Hello everybody, welcome back to my Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous Azata playthrough. I've just brought us back to... I did a rest and rebuffed and everything, and I've brought us straight to the House of Wicked Knowledge so we can get on with Greybor's companion quest. And also the new buffs that we've got have changed things up a bit in terms of our formation. As you can see, Darren is now giant because of Frightful Aspect. This means he can't ride Fenris anymore, but I think it should be okay. And we've just got an absurd amount of buffs now that we can have on our party, which feels good. Woljif has got his greater mutagen too, so I think things should be quite nice from now on. Yeah, I've reapplied everything, so let's just get on with it. Oh, saving.
This lock is familiar. These locks are used by monster traders from Katapesh, who want to ensure their most powerful beasts stay in their cages. It can't be forced, but one delicate twist of a knife and... done.
A hunt is a clash between the hunter's cunning and the shrewdness of the prey. When the prey expects a trap, the hunter's acumen is put to the test in trying to subvert such expectations. Willodus has proven he understands this fundamental principle. The commander bursts through the front door and freezes. For all the tales about the mansion supposedly becoming a citadel, no one is there to assault the unwanted guests. All that buffing was useless. Nah, I'm sure we'll have to fight someone at some point. There are no flying arrows, no chilling battle cries, and the expensive furniture hasn't been turned into makeshift barricades. The commander and her companions carefully examine the luxurious antechamber. There are two doors leading deeper into the mansion. One bears a symbol of a mirror, and the other a symbol of a knife. There is a bloody pigeon feather in front of the doors, and a note that contains two words. Welcome, assassins. Succeed law religion check. The commander recalls that the bloody feather is the symbol of Shax, the blood marquee. This demon lord is infamous for luring his victims into labyrinths full of deadly traps. The door slams shut quite loudly behind her. The commander... We're not going to leave. Mirror or knife? Mirror makes me think we're going to maybe have to fight copies of ourselves. Let's go with the mirror. Stepping through the doorway, the commander suddenly feels nauseous, and an icy chill runs across her skin. Her intuition screams that she has just passed through an interplanar portal, and she instantly loses all sense of direction and balance. It seems the rooms of this mansion occupy different layers of reality, and these portals unite them into an elaborate labyrinth where a single wrong turn is enough to lose one's way entirely. Greed and arrogance are traits inherent to almost all demons, and the lord of the mansion seems eager to prove himself without equal in the indulgence of both these vices. The door leads into a magnificent sitting room. It hasn't been furnished in a manner indicative of tasteful refinement. The lamp reflections sparkle on the gilded furniture. The floor is covered in elaborate mosaics. The shelves are full of expensive trinkets. As if all this luxury wasn't enough, the whole room is reflected back again in the giant mirror that covers the entire ceiling. As soon as the commander enters, the mirror's surface ripples, starting to bubble, bulge, and ooze like molasses. It sends its sticky tendrils towards the outsiders, and a single touch from those appendages pierces the flesh with a sepulchral chill. No idea what that word means. The commander... We won't do the evil one, so we can do athletics or strength. Oh, stealth, sorry. Let's do stealth. Looks around, searching for cover. Success. After a quick, thoughtful glance at her reflection, Nest hides under a spindled-legged coffee table. As soon as her reflection disappears from the glittering surface of the mirror, the disoriented tentacles start lunging blindly in different directions, unable to locate their prey. Hidden from the watchful eye of the monster, the commander sneaks towards the exit. There are 3 doors that lead out from the room occupied by the strange carnivorous mirror. The commander decides to open the one bearing the symbol of crooked knife, a tooth-filled maw, or a pair of scales. Let's go for a pair of scales. No matter how gleefully the lord of this palace mutilates flesh, he is first and foremost a scientist. and a scientist, by definition, is a madman who can put shame any giggling maniac with a knife. Therefore, it comes as no surprise that his laboratory is furnished with care and order, and there is no hint of the tawdry luxury found in the other rooms. There is a multitude of flasks and vials with potions resting on the tables, and the cupboards are full of jars containing brains of all shapes and colours. As soon as the door closes behind the commander's back, a huge silvery autoclave opens with a wheezing clang, emitting a foul-smelling brine. A hideous homunculus covered in glistening slime crawls out of the autoclave. Its liquid, malleable body consistently grows new limbs, eyes, and mouths, absorbing the bits and pieces it no longer requires. It seems the monster can't decide what shape it should take. It stares at the commander with malevolent intelligence. It seems it has better mental faculties than most alchemically produced creatures. The homunculus giggles repulsively as it grabs a vial full of acid and aims it at the commander's head. The commander... We do an Arcana check. Starts throwing flasks of potions at the homunculus, while not trying to touch any really dangerous substances. Intimidate or mobility. Let's do the Arcana one. Starts throwing flasks of potions at the homunculus. Success. The barrage of flasks, vessels, and other laboratory wares forces the homunculus to retreat behind the bulk of the autoclave, and defend itself from there. Nest grabs a round, corked vial with frost on the inside. Taking careful aim, she launches the projectile right at the monster's hiding place. A pale blue flash lights up the laboratory, and the homunculus is instantly frozen to the autoclave. Covered in a thick layer of ice, it desperately grows 2 extra mouths for its final deathly scream. The commander uses this chance to search the laboratory, and manages to procure an entire satchel of useful potions and balms. Stepping over the wreckage of expensive lab equipment and shattered glass, the commander pauses before the 3 doors, and eventually chooses the one with the symbol of... Tooth-filled Maw. Let's go a full moon. The commander enters a magnificent bedroom, and ends up knee-deep in a seemingly bottomless pile of soft blankets, fuzzy rugs, and plump feather beds, and other covers of all sorts and shapes. They allure and promise the sweetest dreams, if only Nest would lie down and close her eyes. It's a dangerous temptation. Anyone who allows these fluffy killers to put them to sleep won't wake up ever again. They will crawl over their victim, piling up around them and then suffocating and smothering them to death. Carving through a featherbed with her blade, the commander sees glistening flesh, and a thick ichor oozes out from the rend in the fabric. Yet no book has ever mentioned such strange, bizarre creatures. Succeed law nature check. The commander can only guess that this is the result of a strange experiment on some predatory swarm organism that disguises itself as something harmless and then preys on those it lures close. The commander decides that the best decision would be carve a path through the room, start a fire and escape the room using the flames as a distraction, or to find and destroy the leader of this strange swarm. Oh, we haven't got Albrig with us, so our law nature's terrible. I'm surprised we even passed this check. Okay, we'll start a fire and escape from the room using the flames as a distraction. Success. The lamp that the commander has torn from the wall explodes, and burning drops of oil rain down on the rugs, setting them alight in seconds. Soon the entire bedroom is aflame. Rugs and blankets writhe in agony like living creatures. They crack and burst open, spewing hot blood. The sickly sweet smell of charred meat fills the room. Trapped in the terrible fire, Nest keeps her nerve, and discovers a route to safety while avoiding the scorching flames. 2 doors with different symbols lead from the master bedroom. The commander decides that she would rather take her chances behind the one with a boiling cauldron. The commander walks into an enormous kitchen. There are massive cauldrons with shiny, polished sides, and a tiny green flame flickers within a magical oven. The aroma of delicious spices beckons from the countless cupboards and shelves that line the walls. However, as soon as the commander enters the room, the cauldron's lids fly up into the air, blown off in powerful explosions. A nasty, greyish-pink slime oozes out of the open cauldrons, swelling up like dough. The slime flows down onto the floor, gathering up into massive clotted clusters, which then begin to crawl towards the commander. Nest has never seen or read about such creatures before. Another success. Oh, we got lucky there. Nature check. It is reasonable to suggest that this was the outcome of a complicated and perverted magical experiment. This carnivorous slime was captured in a cave, subjected to magical transformation, and fed entirely with brain tissue. The commander... We can burn the monsters in the oven. Search the kitchen for poisonous concoctions. We won't do that one. Or searches the room for a safe escape route. Okay, we'll do that one. Success. Nest notices meat hooks on chains that are connected to a beam across the ceiling. She deftly climbs up and triumphantly looks down at the slime that now rolls around furiously, unable to reach its escaped prey. The narrow beam leads to the kitchen's exit, a useful escape from a trap. 2 doors lead from this kitchen, where it is apparently easier to be eaten than to eat. The commander chooses the one that is marked with a symbol of... We already went to a full moon, didn't we? Or did we do a crescent moon? Let's do a blazing fire. The commander finds herself in a long stone passage. No traps are triggered by her careful steps, yet at the end of the passage her vision grows blurry. The illusion of safety falls apart like a house of cards, revealing an endless fiery field, ashen mountains, rivers of lava and magmatic volcanoes. Hot wind scorches her face. It is not difficult to conclude that this deadly place is the elemental plane of fire. Ash and volcanic rock tremble beneath the commander's feet, but walking on it seems safe enough for now. The only escape route is the distant 3-way arch of rough-hewn stone containing the 3 familiar doors. However, in order to reach it, the commander must find a way past the river of fire, in which tiny islets of porous stone are just barely visible. The river spews out tongues of roaring flame that land on the banks, and crystallize into dark glass. As a result, both banks of the river have become steep, jagged cliffs of obsidian. The commander has nothing left to do but... get to the other side by jumping, cross the rocks scattered about the place, or to walk along the bank looking for a ford, guided by her knowledge of interplanar travel. Let's do that one. Yeah, so we walk along the bank looking for a ford, guided by her knowledge of interplanar travel. Nest remembers a few tales of travellers who have survived the plane of fire, and decides to venture forth along the fiery river's bank. The trek is long and dangerous, but after a couple of hours she finally finds what she's been looking for, a strip of hardened black glass, arching across the stream of lava like a volcanic bridge. Nest carefully makes her way to the other side using the makeshift bridge, and climbs up to the stone arches. After reaching the stone portals, the commander has to decide which of the 3 doorways to enter. Eventually she settles on the one with the symbol of... Was it a crescent moon that we saw before? We've already done a boiling cauldron. Let's do a rod. The door doesn't budge. The commander forces it open with her weight and enters the same hall where this dangerous exhibition first began. The cosy, comfortable setting in no way hints at the nightmares that await the commander inside the mansion. The door outside is wide open, and through the doorway dark figures can be seen clutching weapons. All of this was nothing but a warm-up. The final, decisive battle is still to come. The commander prepares for a fight as she steps outside the accursed mansion. Please don't tell me... Is Willodus one of... Yeah, he's here. Thank God. I was like, oh, please don't tell me that's like a restart. The leader of this gang of demons is grotesquely disfigured, even by the standards of the Abyss. A disproportionately large and bloated head rests on a tiny, disformed body covered in bumps and furrows, like a shriveled walnut. What seems at first to be a mane of hair standing up on end is revealed upon closer inspection to be bone needles sticking out from his pale, blistered skin. Where the mouth should be, there is instead a bony plate, formed from yellow teeth that have grown together. It protrudes out from his torn, lacerated lips. His voice appears to come from a slobbering, undulated hole in his neck, just beneath his chin.
More bloody lava showing up at my palace. I'm getting very tired of these visits. What a freak. Even I feel somewhat conflicted. Would killing this creature be an act of cruelty or a mercy? I do not wish to show mercy to the scum that set me up.
Who are you? A snort of derision escapes from the creature's throat, and he makes a dismissive gesture with his hand, his dirty nails curling into long, thin spirals.
You don't even know who you've decided to challenge? Let these words herald your imminent death, outsider. I am Willodus, the wizard confidant and advisor to the Lady in Shadow. I am also known as the Vivisector.
Greybor smirks, not bothering to hide his contempt.
So many words. I'll simply call you a corpse. Less impressive sounding, perhaps, but easy to remember.
Why did you turn your house into a trap?
I was expecting assassins, and therefore I prepared a warm welcome for such guests. I trust that you appreciate my vivarium. When I finish with you, you'll become a new decoration for my palace, and another test for those who follow you. You will be mine. Some of you will be mindless pets, and the more attractive ones, I may use you to meet other needs.
The monstrosity giggles lecherously, and the sound is shrill and repulsive, like metal against glass. Did you create the monsters I found in the mansion? The demon cackles with glee and replies scornfully.
You call them monsters, silly girl? What can you possibly know about it? These are masterpieces of vivisection, impossible creations conceived not by nature, but born of my scalpel, needle, and magic.
So who do you think wants you dead?
My enemies are many and dangerous, and I could spend an eternity guessing. But there's no need for that. Once I've killed you, I'll soak your warm little brains in my concoctions, and read the names of my enemies like tea leaves in their wrinkled patterns. And then I'll have a lovely dinner.
There is a greedy, predatory gleam in those tiny eyes, buried deep within the folds of wrinkled flesh. Why did you put a hit out on Darazand and give Greybor a faulty magical weapon? The demon hisses in frustration, spittle flying from the hole in his neck.
Nonsense! Why would I want that idiot dead? What possessed him to think I'm the one who put a hit out on him? And how dare you pathetic amateurs even think that a scheme of mine might possibly fail? If I truly wanted to kill Darazand, he'd be long gone. But no, I don't give a damn about anyone from that swarm of locusts. I expected such an answer. For some reason, whenever I corner these scoundrels and demand a reckoning, none of them are brave enough to own up to their crimes, and they never go quietly when I slit their throat.
I don't know, someone could have given you the wrong name, Greybor. What do you think, Greybor? The dwarf shrugs and says thoughtfully,
Usually I'm quite capable of detecting lies, but this ugly wretch is impossible to read. And why does it matter anyway? Even if he's not lying, we do well to get rid of him. He just tried to kill us in his mansion. Besides, will you ever sleep well knowing this monstrosity is alive somewhere?
Your words reek of deceit. The demon's cloudy eyes flare with anger, and his smug giggle gives way to a low, menacing growl.
Soon we shall find out what your tiny, ridiculous, worm-eaten brain smells like. Kill her!
The dwarf grims ominously, and as he looks at the demon there is no mercy in his eyes.
I won't lie. I've been waiting for this moment. Tomorrow morning my reputation will be spotless once again. Sweet dreams.
Let's make this quick.
Defeat Willodus. Do we still have all the buffs that we... Yeah, as much as it said that our journey took hours, we still have all our 2-minute long buffs, which is nice. Okay, do a instant enemy on Willodus. And then just, yeah, start picking off the butchers on the side, the incubuses. Great. Greybor, we can have you go for Willodus right away.
Simply business.
Was appropriate. Nest, you can also go for Willodus right away. I still have my weapon enchantment. Yep. Do... Yeah, try Disintegrate, see how well that works. Didn't do much damage.
Cover me.
Okay, Aivu, you can come up. There. Woljif, you can too. The Baleful Polymorph fail, yeah? Yeah, fail. Okay, Fenris. You just go and attack this thing. Knock it over. Let's see how effective Giant Darren is. He's got better reach now, so he can hang out on the back line. Oh, yeah, he's much, much stronger now. His attacks were rubbish before. Okay. And try an instant kill on this one. Perfect. Oh, in the break, I heightened some of her spells, so we've now got a heightened Phantasmal Killer, and we've heightened Command Greater even more. It requires a full round to use, which is a little annoying, but might as well give it a try. Oh yeah, it's worked as well. Now they're all frozen. Rushile, pick off this one. Willodus, you picked the wrong fight. Oh, Greybor, get the finishing blow. Perfect. Horzala. The projection is that of a tall female demon. Unlike many of her kind, she seems slimmer and less stocky in build. Upon closer examination, you realise that her thinness is caused by extreme emaciation, which makes her look like a withered tree. The skin on her neck and wrists bears the mark of shackles, and her body is covered with flaming seals of Baphomet. Lowering her eyes, the demon addresses you quietly. Allow me to congratulate you. The short work you've made of Willodus proves you are a true professional. I am Horzala, and on behalf of the Assassin's Guild, I congratulate Greybor on completing this contract. You have fulfilled the order we received from for Willodus's murder, and therefore you have the right to collect the bounty, even though you are not a member of the guild yourself. I am sure you also have many questions about what happened. I doubt our guild is hard to find. There is a notice board at its entrance, where the assassination contracts are posted. Who are you? I am Horzala, Baphomet's daughter. The projection looks you in the eye and adds in an aggrieved whisper, Horzala, not Hepzimara. She is my elder sister, but I doubt you are able to appreciate the true extent of my misfortune. I am also known in Elysium as the assistant and right hand of Yoz, the head of the Assassin's Guild. Oh, I realise that there's been a few times where I've talked about this place, and rather than saying Elysium, I've said Arushale, because those two names are just too similar for my brain, it seems. Do you know what happened here? I may know a thing or two, but we should discuss these matters inside the guild, not in public.
Who's going to overhear us? The corpses? Why don't you come here and speak to us face to face instead of projecting an illusion? Or are you afraid we won't like your answers and will make you join Willodus?
At the sight of the demon's sour expression, Greybor gives an aggressive snort. We'll pay a visit to the Assassin's Guild soon.
Thank you for your answer. The bounty awaits you. I am not sure what reward awaits us, but I truly hope it's a considerable sum of gold and not a meagre payment served up at the end of a blade.
I think I know where the Assassin's Guild is, so seeing as we've got Greybor with us still, we'll go straight there. I'm pretty sure it's in the middle city. I don't mind. I mean, part of me thinks it would be nicer to have a proper dungeon rather than those text events, but seeing as most of the time you do have proper dungeons to deal with, those text events can be quite fun, I think, for more unique scenarios anyway. Let's go to the Fleshmarkets. That's our only middle city transportation thing. Some enemies you meet while exploring the lands of the Worldwood will be resistant or even immune to certain types of damage. Be sure to keep alternate weapons and spells on hand. Yep, we've come across that a few times. Most annoyingly in the Grim Mansion. Portal down. It is in the middle city, isn't it? The Assassin's Guild? Harem of Ardent Dreams. Maybe I'm wrong about the location it's in. Is it in the lower city? Or is it in the upper city even? No, it says a matter of reputations here, so it must be somewhere around here. Portal, that's the Harem of Ardent Dreams. Maybe we've just not found it yet? Oh, it's just over there. Why are these guys just hanging out in the middle? Curse, a tough-looking demon with a rough, cruel face and the hands of a seasoned warrior, greets you with a grin. Oh, it's just another slaver.
Looking to buy slaves, eh? Me, I've just sold off the shipment I captured during the last raid. I'm Krez, captain of the Bloody Bitch.
Do you know Milara?
That nut job. Ha! Her entire crew must be wimps and weaklings if they haven't slit such a leader's throat or fed her to Ishiar's beasts yet.
Perception success. You can't help but notice that, despite Kurz's dramatic bravado, a spark of fear gleams in his eyes. Who are you? The demon stares at you in disbelief, then bursts into laughter.
Who am I? I'm Krez, known by some as Krez Got Stabbed, captain of the legendary Bloody Bitch. I'm the most famous damn pirate in the Midnight Isles. You must be a landlubber who's never set foot aboard an airship if you've never heard of me.
Oh, I'm going to do a pirate voice if this guy's a pirate.
You must be a landlubber who's never set foot aboard an airship if you haven't heard of me.
Tell me more about being a pirate.
What exactly do you want to know? The life of a pirate ship captain consists of 4 things. His vessel, his crew, his experience, and Pazuzu's patronage, of course.
You already have wings of your own. Why do you need a flying ship? Kurz eyes you with suspicion, as if searching for signs of mockery in your face.
Sure. What do you propose I do with all the loot I carry it on my back? What about the slaves we tuck into the cargo hold? The ship is a big flying treasure chest. It also provides a fair amount of cover from arrows and spells that rain down on us during boardings.
Tell me about your vessel. Kurz grins proudly.
You'll recognise my Bloody Bitch right away by the huge skull decorating her prow. We secured that trophy near Vazglar, and there was a great fight for it. A few other captains wanted to lay their hands on it as well. Aside from the skull, I've done good work on the Bloody Bitch. You can't find a better attack vessel. Her broadside can take a dragon strike, her 3/4 sails can catch any wind, and her ballistade doesn't rely on lousy spears, only alchemical fire.
What kind of crew do you have on board?
The toughest rogues and cutthroats you could ever want. They're my hand-picked collection, each one as bad as their next. They're the most notorious rabble and most infamous scoundrels you could ever find in the Abyss. They'd sell their own mothers into slavery for a chipped copper. Turn on me? Never. Nobody else could land them a better deal than I can. If they ditched me, they wouldn't make it 3 steps before a knife in the back. So they've got no choice but to follow me till the end.
So how many ships have you plundered? Puffing out his chest a little, the demon offers a fanged, leering grin, then answers with all the cutthroat swagger he can muster.
The Bloody Bitch is well known in the Midnight Isles, and her black sail sows terror wherever she goes. I can't count how many poor sods I've sent to the Dagon. I was leading the charge, saber in hand, back in the days when Valexia was flashing her bare tits in the skies over Elysium, and when Zephyrian, that old rapscallion, ruled the city. As for loot, the treasures that have passed through my hands, and I spent them all on booze.
Kurz beams with pride at this declaration. Tell me a thrilling tale. The pirate grins.
You like gory stories, eh? Fine. Once we were floating by Migorg, when our lookout spotted the wreckage of a ship caught in a hurricane. So we decided to search for cargo, but instead we only found a sailor who was clutching at the wreckage. We fished him out, brought him to his senses, hung him up on the mast and questioned him properly. Our ship's cook knows how to loosen tongues with his knife. Long story short, the poor sod spilled that he was a pirate himself. His ship had set sail from one of Alir's deserted islands, where they hid part of their spoils. We smelled a windfall, so we rushed to Alir. But Alir, that place isn't for the faint-hearted. Predatory vines, carnivorous flowers that breathe out clouds of poisonous pollen, and walking bushes that surround you, pounce on you, and sting you with thorns till you die. Oh, did I mention the toxic springs? Or the flies that crawl into your ears while you sleep and lay their eggs inside your brain, driving you insane? All in all, the place was a nightmare, and we found ourselves right in the middle of it all. 3 times our prisoners told us where to check for the stash. Each time we dug, but all we found was dirt and bones. By the 3rd attempt, that damn island had already wiped out half the crew. We realised that asshole was playing us, so we gutted him. You know what we saw then? All his entrails were covered with whitewash mould and overgrown with some spongy fungus. His heart, his guts, his brain, the gunk was everywhere. According to our ship's dock, that fungus controlled every one of the sailors' steps. He got afflicted on Alir, then he left the island to lure in fresh fodder for the plants. We fled as fast as we could, but for a long, long time I couldn't believe those damn weeds got so smart that they were able to trick us. You mention Pazuzu quite often. Do you worship him? Sure I do. Only total idiots don't worship the demon lord of the sky and winged creatures. Well, at least if they're talking about aeronauts. All the storms, wind currents, and beasts who feed on those currents, they all bend to his will. That's why I bombard Lord Pazuzu with my prayers as often as I can. I've no more questions. You asked too many already, stranger. I have to go. May Pazuzu fill your sails with wind, stranger, but no more than mine. I like doing a pirate voice. It's worth doing that whole conversation, even though it... Oh. Ah, look, a lizard from Elysium. It's just begging to have its wings plucked and its tail torn off. Hey, why are you teasing me? I'll get you for this. Aivu! Woljif, we got a problem. The dragon's been swiped. Ember covers her face with burned hands in horror. Little Aivu, she's been kidnapped. Arushale, we need to do something as soon as possible. Sweet Aivu shouldn't be left on her own, especially not here in the Abyss. The Abyss is fraught with danger, but why do the brightest souls fall prey first? We must find the Dragonling. There is no other option. Early sunset. A familiar hazy apparition appears before you. Early sunset is reaching out to you again. Nest? What just happened? I sensed a surge of power. Your power. It burns like a hot fever. Can you explain more clearly what you sensed and how? I came here to study your power and deal with its chaotic surges. It was not difficult for me to trace it the moment it manifested. So what happened? Aivu was abducted by demons. The dragon? Ah, now I understand. She is a thread tying you to Elysium, and she is inextricably linked to your power. Early sunset is silent for a moment, clearly lost in thought. Arushale listens intently to the words of Early Sunset, a pensive expression flickering in her eyes. Will you help us, Master Early Sunset? Of course, dear child, of course I will help. What an alarming situation. We need to speak as soon as possible. I will wait for you at the former rift in the Midnight Fane. Right, we're going to go and finish off Greybors, and then this is top priority. Aivu is, yeah, we're not doing anything without Aivu. Where is this Assassin's Guild then? Is it down here? Yeah, it's there.
Our assassins won't work for less. Go hire a couple of thugs in the lower city if your pockets are empty. Tell you what, when you're jumping around so many voices, it's hard to remember how you do all of them. I don't think we have much to discuss. You have fulfilled your task and thus are no longer of interest to me. Wait a minute. We were told to come here. A matter of reputation. Visit the Assassin's Guild. Do we talk to Yoz then, I guess? The demon standing before you clearly has a penchant for jewellery. His fingers are covered in rings. 3 gold chains encircle his neck, and 4 bejewelled earrings sparkle in each of his ears. However, such exquisite adornments are not enough to hide the fact that he is a hardened warrior and a ruthless killer. His face and hands are covered in long, barely healed scars, and he moves as gracefully as the most skilled swordsman. The demon's lips curl in a satisfied sneer as he greets you loudly. Look who's here! It's the arrogant Golarion who disposed of our poor Willodus. He catches your eye and frowns slightly, giving a pointed glance towards his bodyguards. You aren't going to do something really stupid and start a massacre here, right? Can we just talk? Who are you, the leader of this gang of assassins? The demon gives a dignified nod. Yes, and I'm proud of it. The Abyss is full of butchers and monsters, so anyone who chooses to be an assassin among monsters and butchers commands a high level of respect. If they live long enough to make a name for themselves, of course. My guild attracts assassins from many planes. No one hires us for simple things, like murdering noisy neighbours or cutting the throat of a cheating merchant. As I'm sure you know, it's easier and cheaper to do that yourself, and there's no need to get assassins involved. No, if someone turns to an assassin, it means that the victim is a dangerous, cunning, and well-protected target.
I've heard about you, Yoz. You're the head of a highly reputable guild that operates on many planes besides the Abyss. Many of my colleagues would consider it an honor to work alongside you, unlike myself.
Nod towards the projection. This horned thing is one of yours, isn't it? Orzala? Yes, this little demoness is one of my most useful servants. Besides, it's so very prestigious to have a daughter of Baphomet working under you. Yours glances at the horned demon with a mix of condescension and possessiveness. She stares fixedly at the floor. Perception check. Yes, master. I am your servant. For a fleeting moment, you notice a shadow of angry displeasure cross her face. A spark of fear flashes in yours eyes, like a boy who realizes he's gone too far when testing the patience of his parents. Tell me the truth right now. Yoz raises his hands apologetically. Several rings glitter on his fingers. Fine, fine. I was the one who actually gave Greybor assignments. I needed to light a little fire underneath this cauldron where so many minions of demon lords are being mixed together. I ordered him to murder those demons in Canabras, and I put a hit on Darazand, although that ugly idiot didn't bother me at all. But he was an ugly idiot indeed, and a vengeful one to boot. That's why I gave Greybor a dagger that was only supposed to wound the Baylor, and that is why using Willodus's name was important. It is the perfect hand of cards. Darazan survived after suffering a painful, humiliating wound by a mortal's hand. No offence, of course. The Baylor couldn't simply let that go, and so we started a vendetta against Willodus, dragging other Deskerites into it. And that was my goal all along, because Willodus was my real target, a target that was very difficult to reach. Yoz seems to revel in his own cleverness. He smirks and smiles with smug satisfaction. The dwarf gives a grim chuckle and whispers loudly enough to be heard.
People like you are why us assassins have such a lousy reputation. No respect for agreements.
The good option, you use me to commit a contract killing. It's disgusting, or we can just say nothing. I mean, we just did a contract killing with Greybor, didn't we? So, I don't think we're really that disgusted by it. Say nothing. Greybor mutters darkly.
Staying quiet, Commander. I'll have a few words to say to this fellow when the time is right.
You were the head of the Assassin's Guild. Why didn't you send your underlings after Willodus? Yours grimaces slightly, then replies with visible displeasure. Who says I didn't? I lost a number of capable killers. He collects himself quickly, and the arrogant smile returns to his face. And yet, as you can see, I found a more elegant and economical way to execute this plan. I won't lie to you. This kind of plotting makes me very proud of my own guile. My assistants made sure that every lava in this city knew about the bounty on Willodus's head. I knew that Greybor returned to Elutionera and decided to use him once more. Just like poor Darazand, he had no idea he was merely a pawn of mine. Just as I envisioned, you didn't linger and paid Willodus a visit. I had no doubt that paranoiac would try to kill anyone who crossed his doorstep, but I expected you to overcome him, and I was right. Greybor snorts derisively.
I thought your guild had the best contractors. After hearing your story, they sound like amateurs to me.
Why did you do all of this? For money and power, of course. This has been my primary motivation for many years now. Somebody wanted that old woodlouse dead, and clever Yoz has fulfilled their wish, with the expectation of being showered in privileges and treasures. You're getting a share of those privileges and treasures, by the way. I trust you're not going to refuse the reward provided for freelance operatives. Trust me, the sum is considerable. Yoz turns his attention to Greybor and adds, I haven't forgotten about you either. You'll be rewarded in proportion to your truly astonishing lethality. Oh, I'll take the gold, don't you worry. 100,000, oh that's nice. The demon flashes his perfect sharp teeth and then snaps his fingers. Suddenly a thick purse appears in front of you, smelling of exquisite perfume. I had no doubt we'd come to an understanding. After all, we share a common language, the language of gold.
Since it is my reputation that was damaged as a result of this plot, I consider it fair to lay claim to 20% of the total fee.
Yeah, sure. Give 20% to Greybor, that is only fair. Greybor nods and gives a grunt of satisfaction.
I appreciate your integrity when it comes to business, Nest.
As for you, Greybor, you've proven your competence. As a token of apology, allow me to offer you membership of my Assassin's Guild. Consider it the recognition of your talents that you have long desired. I promise you prestige, respect, and truly staggering fees. Of course, I won't demand that you sever your current contract. You may claim your well-deserved place in our guild when it expires. So then, what do you say? Will I be welcoming you to the big league? Greybor turns to you with a very serious expression. His voice is reserved and formal.
Nest, we are bound by an active agreement, and therefore I must consult your opinion on this invitation.
Are you truly prepared to throw in your lot with demons? With a heavy sigh, the dwarf looks you straight in the eye.
Is there really much of a difference between me and them? They are the product of the worst parts of our mortal souls. They are sin incarnate. Many say the same thing about me. I was never a coward, so I am able to admit that my soul is black and evil. I murder others for money, and I will never become a respectable member of society, a friend or a father. But I'm tired of asking forgiveness for what I am. Here I will not be judged for my profession.
Greybor clenches his fist and mutters through gritted teeth.
I am not a freak or a monster they think me back on Galarian. How dare they hire me to murder their enemies and then despise me for my profession? They'll treat me differently in the Abyss. The demons respect my skills. They will treat me as a professional, not a criminal or a blackguard. It's strange to say this, but I don't feel out of place here.
Have you thought about quitting the business?
And become what? A farmer? A butler? Or maybe an innkeeper? One of those who tell tall tales about their adventurous youths to drunk patrons? My soul is that of a wanderer and a killer. My art is my only source of pride, and abandoning it will make me useless in my own eyes. Believe me, I already tried to settle down and find an honest job, and nothing good came from it. I'll quit my profession only when I'm judged by Pharasma herself.
It's your decision to make. Greybor studies you for a moment, then nods respectfully.
Such words make me respect you even more. Believe me, I appreciate your willingness to let this decision be entirely my own.
The dwarf does not waste words as he looks at Yoz.
Where do I sign?
What are you talking about? We're not devils, after all. Yoz laughs and claps his hands loudly. Splendid! You've got a bright future here, my diminutive yet deadly friend. Yoz gives a bored yawn, and there is a note of finality to his tone. Well, that was a very enlightening conversation, but I see no reason why we should continue. You've received your answers, and should probably be on your way. Meanwhile, I should get back to plotting another bloody and violent murder. Have a good day. After a suspicious glance in Yoz's direction, Greybor turns to you.
Indeed, this was an unexpected meeting. If you want to discuss what happened privately, I'm at your service, Commander.
Okay, anyone else to talk to? Blood Moon? What does this outsider want? Get rid of her, Boulder. Blood Moon only speaks to those she fancies, and those who pay her, and those she was ordered to kill. The brute stares at you sullenly, but his lips remain sealed. Tiger of Sin? Yep. I don't think there's anything else for us to talk to in here. Let's go outside. Right, seeing as we've done all that, time to go and get on with rescuing Aivu. Where's the best place for us to teleport from? We've got everyone. No, I was about to say we've got everyone with us, haven't we? But we're missing Aivu. I just forgot what happened. Okay, so I'm going to do one last round of shopping here, because this is potentially our last chance. Show me the weapons you're selling. Display of power. Yeah, we'll take that. Belt of Bloodlust. Whenever the wearer of this belt lands a killing blow, they gain a +5 morale bonus on their next attack roll. Doesn't seem that useful. This delicate silver braces are decorated with blue butterflies, while worn, swallowtail braces grant the wearer a +2 luck bonus on all saving throws, ability checks, and skill checks. Aren't they sort of an upgrade of the braces the lucky braces that we have? Sure, I'll take them. They seem alright. Medallion of Demonic Disruption. This medallion made when a creature with the demon subtype casts a spell within 50 feet of the wearer, it must attempt a concentration check with a DC equal to 15. That seems alright, actually. Night Flash, an S-Stock. 8 to 19. This +5 speed shock S-Stock grants the wielder a +5 bonus on initiative rolls. Okay, I like the bonus to initiative rolls, but it does do overall less damage. Although actually it doesn't, because ours is only doing the damage it's doing because of the enchantment we put on it. So we'd still be able to put those enchantments on that one. Let's sell some stuff to make up the amount. All this. That's 122,000. What is making it cost that much? Or am I reading that wrong? Oh no, that's how much I'm paying. Sorry, mistake there. Yeah, take the agile kukri, composite longbows, the scimitars, these things. Crossbows. Yep, just take all the stuff that we've got multiple of. Especially the unspecial stuff. No one's using warhammers in our party, so take that. Well, that sells for a lot. Now we're making money. All the heavy mace, sell that. No one's using a trident either. Just sell all those. And armor, we can do the same. Mithril chain shirt can sell. Leather armor, heavy shields. Sell all these things. Sell the full plate. I'll take the robe of inevitability back. Sell the chain shirt. Now we're making money. In that case, maybe I will get Night Flash. Well, this says Evil Outsider Bane. Oh, that might be from our bonus as well. No, not Night Flash. I want to look at our weapon. Eyes of the Dragon. Blind Sense. Blind Sense lets you notice creatures nearby. Notice nearby creatures it cannot see. The creature with Blind Sense usually does not need to make perception skill checks to notice and locate creatures within range of its Blind Sense ability. Any opponent that cannot be seen has total concealment against a creature with Blind Sense. Does that make your perception... Is it worse than if you're not blind? Yeah, okay. We'll just leave that. Okay, you know what? For fun, I'm just going to buy this. Why not? We still have more stuff we can sell if needs be. It's not being used. If I want to buy something from someone else. Yeah, take that light crossbow. Yeah, no one uses short swords either, so I don't know really why I still have these. Sell them. No one uses spears, so you can sell that. And this. Just dump it all. Now we're making money again. Perfect. Who else had gear to sell? Did you have gear? No, you're just a projection. Did you have gear, Zarzax? So we already did all this conversation. Oh no, we just freed Suitor, didn't we? We didn't actually talk to him. No, I don't really care to. Raggy, you were just selling slaves, weren't you? Oh, show me the spoils you've looted. There you go. Blackened rags. Price in descending order. It also grants the DC of spells from the Witch spells list and hexes by 1. We've got something better for Ember though, haven't we? This Cloak of Resistance +4 also grants its wearer a 30-foot aura which grants all enraged allies. We don't use rage, so I don't feel the need to have that. Crebus, you're the last one, I think. Show me your magic wares. That's a monk robe, isn't it? Oh, it's only for lawful evil though, so Lang can't wear it. Boots of Arcane Persistence. Whenever the wearer of these boots casts the same spell for the 4th... Oh yeah, I don't like that, because we hardly ever cast the same spell 4 times in a row, except for outside of combat. Whenever the wearer of this ring makes an attack of opportunity, the enemy must pass a fortitude saving throw or be knocked down. The ring also grants a +2 competence bonus on attack and damage rolls with two-handed weapons. I don't think we use any two-handed weapons really in our party. Do you have... Let's check if he has scroll scribbing kits. Oh, okay, actually, we can get some meta magic rods from him. I'm happy with that. Do you have scroll scribbing kits? Doesn't look like it. I wonder who does down here, if we just have to wait. Let's do price in descending order. Another greater, quicker meta magic rod would be nice. Maximize meta magic rod. They're all just ones, aren't they? Okay. Let's buy a greater meta magic rod, a normal meta magic rod. I'm not that bothered by maximize. Empower would be nice though. Remind me what maximize does? I always forget. All variable numerical values of a spell modified by this feat, saving throws and opposed rolls are not affected. Okay, we'll need to sell some more stuff to be able to afford all this. And sell all our natural armor bracelets +1 for 1, and all our rings of protection +1. We can do better than that. And cloak of resistance. Got tons of those. They don't sell for that much on their own, but in a group they're alright. Yep, full plate +3 can sell. Mithril chainmail +2. Ashmaker. Oh, that's actually quite good. We might give that to Ember or Darren. Sell the short bow. Let's sell all the scimitars as well. Falchion. Could sell the Ashwood Pole Bardiche as well. Oh no, we can upgrade it further, so we'll keep it. Sell another short bow. Another scimitar. Short bow. Yeah, sell everything that we're never going to use. I'm not going to use that. Sell Darkhorn and Marching Terror. They're not for very much. Oh, we can sell this as well. We've been carrying that for ages, and we don't have any kineticists in our party, do we? So it's pretty pointless. Deal. There's most of our money gone, but that's definitely worth it. Yeah, Ember already has a greater, quicker meta magic rod, but we can give her the greater empower one. Let's give Darren the greater one in replacement for the normal one. Rod of Mysticism, extend meta magic rod. Woolgif, you can upgrade to a quickened one, and actually let's give one to Nest too. It's useful for her. Get rid of Angelic Aspect. And then for the lessened quicken, actually let's give it to Arushale, because she would be able to use it too, wouldn't she? It'd be quite useful actually. And the other things we got, right. Crippling Kiss. Whenever this +3 keen S-stock confirms a critical hit on an enemy, the target suffers a -2 penalty on attack rolls until the end of combat. That's pretty good. Right, we'll put it on at least anyway. Mantis Wielder, +2 bonus on attack rolls and to cast a level for all evocation spell score. Is that better than this one? Okay, I'll figure that out later. Yeah, display of power would be good. Plus, that's actually be good for Aivu, so maybe we'll wait until she has it. Right, I'll sort out the rest of the gear later.
Precisely.
It'll be quite a while trying to figure out what's better and what's not, so let's just get on with things. Right, back to the Nexus. We're going to get Aivu back. You'll see why I did all my shopping at the Fleshmarkets then, because yeah, what's about to happen is really good fun. Actually, I really like this next part. Where was early sunset? I was through here, wasn't he? Chat with Greybor.
Perhaps I should thank you for your help. You assisted me in dealing with all of Yoz's schemes, even though you didn't need to do so. I'm grateful for that.
Can you explain me just what kind of mess we've involved ourselves in? Greybor pauses for a moment, then slowly begins to explain.
An anonymous client ordered Yoz, the head of the Assassin's Guild of Illusionera, to kill Willodus. He tried to take the target down several times, but Willodus turned out to be quite a tough nut to crack. Then Yoz gave me a new anonymous assignment. Kill Darazand and tell him that Willodus sends his best regards. However, Yoz gave me a weapon that could only wound Darazand, not kill him. He hoped it would provoke Darazand, and make him angry enough to go kill Willodus himself. Of course, you killed Darazand before he even had a chance to do anything else. When Yoz found out that we were both in the Abyss, and that I'd be eager to talk to Willodus, he started to give me hints as to where to find this fellow. We lived up to his expectations. Willodus died, and I'm sure you remember what happened next as well as I do.
So we killed Willodus for no reason? The dwarf smirks cynically.
Well, it depends on how you look at it. Was he to blame for the damage to my reputation? No. Was he an utterly disgusting creature whose face practically begged me to sink an axe into it? Did he try to kill us in his own manner? Were the creatures we encountered in said manner the most atrocious and perverted things I've ever met? The answer to all these questions is yes. I don't think anyone is going to cry themselves to sleep over his death, and neither should we.
Your reputation has been restored. How do you feel? There's a spark of amusement in the dwarf's eyes.
I feel at peace. Now people will think twice before attempting to ruin my good name. I'm grateful my companions didn't leave me to deal with this by myself, even though they had every right to do so. So while I am used to working alone, I appreciate a team I can trust. It's good to have someone who's got my back.
See, the good and chaotic options don't really jive too well. I think we'll go for the chaotic one, though. Who cares about reputation anyway? People are always wagging their tongues.
It might not matter as much to you as it does to me, but a vagabond like myself can only rely on 3 things in life: his good name, his sharp blade, and his sturdy boots.
What do you think of your membership of the Assassin's Guild of Illusionera? Greybor hides a smug smile beneath his beard.
I think this position rightfully belongs to me. This guild is not as infamous as the Red Mantis, the legendary fanatic assassins who perceive their victims as offerings to their god Achiek, or the silent monks of Anathesia, who guard some kind of secret knowledge and murder anyone who dares to touch it. But its name still means something to the discerning client. Illusionera is a crossroads between several different planes, and Yoz's assassins work not only in the Abyss and on Golarion, but also in many other interesting places. The fact that I was accepted into this society is undeniable proof of my professionalism. I am grateful that you did not insist on the exclusivity of our contract, but but allowed me to reap the benefits of my hard work.
I think everything is clear now.
You've been a good employer, Commander. I'm glad I made this contract with you.
You've managed to restore your reputation and join the guild. What about our contract? Do you want to terminate it? The dwarf begins to count off his fingers, one at a time.
First, it would have been highly unprofessional to abandon you after you helped me. Second, the war is still in full swing. My departure would have been a source of gossip, which in turn would have damaged my reputation beyond repair. I don't want people to perceive me as a coward who fled from a good fight. Third, I have long since discovered that working for you is profitable in more ways than one. You are always trying to take down the most dangerous targets, and they make great additions to my trophy list.
Cool, Greybor. I'm glad we have a good working relationship. Greybor nods silently and focuses on lighting up a freshly packed pipe. Right, well that's all done. Right, early sunset. Tell us where to find Aivu. Nest! Finally. I've had time to think everything over, and I know exactly what we need to do to find what's been lost. Though the situation is difficult beyond belief, when you lose something in Illusionera, you rarely find it again. What can we do to save Aivu? First, we need to find her. Under no circumstances should you conduct inquiries within the city or otherwise draw attention to yourself. The kidnappers will know you by sight. No, I will have to conduct this search myself. Of course, I cannot appear in my true form in Illusionera. It would create, Early Sunset chuckles, excessive agitation among the demons. But I am skilled enough at transformation magic to disguise myself as an inhabitant of the abyss. How are you going to search? In the most simple and elegant manner. I will go to the Fleshmarkets disguised as a powerful demon and declare that I want to buy a dragon. Many threads of influence and information converge at the Fleshmarkets. Even if the denizens of that place know nothing about Aivu's disappearance, they will stop at nothing to find out where she is, steal her away from her kidnappers, and deliver her to a waiting buyer. We may not even have to lift a finger. What should I do? Stay close at hand in case things go sour. The demons may recognize me, or try to trick me, or even attack me. So be there and be on full alert. Everything seems clear to me. Tell me when you are ready to go to the city, and then I will begin my mission. Arushale, who has been listening to the conversation with some excitement, suddenly looks up. Without shifting her gaze from early sunset, she quietly sings the tune of Starward Gaze. A very sweet song, child. Thank you, Master Early Sunset. Arushale smiles at him. My heart hurts because of Aivu, and I just wanted to express my concern in some way. Songs are good for this. Arushale waits another moment, glances at you, then falls silent. Are you picking up on the same things I've picked up with Early Sunset, Arushale? I'm ready to start looking for Aivu. Excellent. In that case, I need to get ready.
Well, how do I look?
Check past. Evaluate the transformation. It is obvious that Early Sunset has used some unusual method of disguise or enhanced it with other spells, but it isn't easy to untangle his layer of charms. He is a skillful spellcaster and constantly enshrouded in a cocoon of various magical auras. Did you use some kind of unusual spell? Of course, of my own design. Oh, sorry, I should do the demon voice.
Of course, of my own design.
Early Sunset answers without hesitation.
I have yet to see a demon come close to exposing this disguise.
Chaotic. Your approach lacks creativity. You could pretend to be an attractive succubus or incubus.
That would be extremely unwise. Most succubi, though certainly not all, are subjects of nocticula. An unknown succubus would raise questions. Much safer to portray a demon from another part of the abyss. Though the demon should be powerful enough that others would be too afraid to betray him, at least not immediately. About our plan. I will head to the Fleshmarkets immediately and talk to the merchants about buying a dragon. Go there and be prepared for any surprises. See you there.
Arushale looks at you and smiles sadly without saying a word. Arushale, what was that strange song for early sunset all about? Arushale closes her eyes for a moment. The last thing I wanted was to lie to you again, yet neither could I ally my growing suspicions. Look, Nest, I'm afraid early sunset is not the person he wants us to think he is. I've had my doubts about him for quite a long time, but it wasn't until Aivu's kidnapping that I took my chance and challenged him. Not only did the Song of Elysium mean nothing to him, but he didn't even react to it like all our allies did before. There's something else. It's more of a gut feeling, though. I was once a master of lies and deception, and I can recognise a fellow liar on the spot, just like how two skilled carpenters, weaponsmiths or painters can always recognise each other in a crowd. And who do you think he is? An entity that possesses great power, that's for sure. I presume we are yet to meet a person or a creature who might pose an actual threat to him. His true motives are as unclear to me as they are to you. Why hasn't he attacked us yet if he's an enemy? Why is he lying to us if he's a friend? So you're telling me that he's somehow involved in Aivu's kidnapping? Who knows? The Abyss is a place where evil deeds are as natural and common as sunrises and sunsets on Golarion. The demons might have kidnapped Aivu on early sunset's orders, or they might have done it just because they naturally tend to capture, divide and torment their victims. I trust you. What should we do now to expose him? Please don't make any hasty decisions. If he's somehow involved with the ones who kidnapped Aivu and we put him on his guard, we might lose her forever. We must be careful and keep watching him closely, I say. Cool. Thank you, Arushale. I'm glad we could talk to her about that as well. We can just go straight there. Do we still have good hope, actually? We're going to need as many... Yeah, we've still got good hope. We're going to need as many buffs as we can get for what's about to happen. Because it's going to be tough. Especially as I left all the slavers alive. Yeah, let's just go straight to the Fleshmarkets. And we'll bring the proper party this time. Walgif, you can come too. Oh no, Olbrich, sorry. You can come too. We don't need Greybor anymore. Yeah, Darren, Ember, Olbrich. Perfect. To the Fleshmarkets. We'll need to put some buffs on Olbrich, won't we? But I think we should have more than enough. Oh, he doesn't have good hope, does he? Maybe I should have rested. Nah, it would have just been a waste of time, really. I think Olbrich can be alright without one or two buffs. We can still give him most of them. Right, what buffs? You don't have any. Okay, except for the mid-dinner ones. Okay. Do Bless. Give him Shield of Faith. Give him Bark Skin. Oh, no. Oh. That's annoying. We could have used the greater, quicker magic rod. I always do that. I always leave the rods are always on by default, which is frustrating anyway. Okay, doesn't matter. Yeah, give him Crusader's Edge. Give him Aid as well. Death Ward. Wisdom and Endurance ones. Give him Spell Resistance. We still have an Extend use, don't we? Yes. Okay, turn on the Extend and do Burst of Glory. Make that last for a bit longer at least. Ember, you can give him Magic Armor and Heroism Greater. Walge, if you haven't got any more to give him, that's okay. And neither of you, Nest. But I'm fine with that. I think he'll live with what he has. Alright, I'm going to save quickly here though, because this is going to be rough. Is there any others I could give him?
Skip the pleasantries.
That'd be worth doing. I mean, I'm going to turn on prayer anyway. You know what? Do prayer now. The wears off. We still have plenty of uses of it.
Always watch your back.
Right, where is early sunset chilling? Early sunset, where are you? There's Zarzax. There he is. Right.
I'm here.
Give us haste
Where else would
at
I
the
be?
beginning. Oh, I did that quickened as well. That was a waste too. Turn that off. Put it there. Okay, let's go chat with him. Early sunset, disguised as a demon, nods at you imperceptibly. But aloud he barks, "Out of the way, mortal!" Let us begin. Early Sunset's voice drips with lazy contempt as he addresses a tiefling slave whose eyes have been stitched shut. "Slave, inform Master Zarzax that I have come from afar, and I will not waste time bowing and scraping. I serve one whose name even the mistress of this city utters with trepidation, and I am in search of a dragon slave. Ideally one with a pleasant disposition. It would be more suitable for its intended purpose." Clutching a whip, the demon floating in the air gurgles something in a strange dialect, and the tiefling speaks in a monotone voice. Master Zarzax expresses his apologies, but he does not conduct business with strangers. His goods are reserved for the most powerful demons of the upper city. The voice of Early Sunset falls to a dull, angry whisper, and you cannot hear what he says. Strain to hear. Success. You can hear the end of Early Sunset's conversation. It seems he embellished his words with a demonstration of his magical abilities. "So, I am almost ready to consider that response a sign of disrespect." The demon holding the whip turns nervously in the air, and the tiefling hastily translates. "Master Zarzax did not mean to show disrespect in any way. Master Zarzax is sorry, and there are no dragons among his goods at this time. Master Zarzax can arrange a custom order if you wish." "If the desired product is found in the next few days, I will return and pay any price. Souls, gold, it matters not. The one I serve is not constrained by means, but let Master Zarzax hurry. Alushanira is not the only place you can look for live goods. And as a gesture of respect in return, I will give you some advice. Strengthen your security. Your current arrangements leave something to be desired." Moving away from the demon with the whip, Early Sunset gives a subtle shake of his head, just enough for you to notice, then he moves on. I imagine it'll be this ghostly one will probably be the one we get it from, because she said she specialises in really specific purchases. The translucent apparition of a Marilith demon makes a beckoning gesture with her upper pair of arms. "Do you have business with me, handsome? I see in your eyes that you are looking for me, Ramisha Shedskin." "I am looking for a dragon slave, a dragon of pleasant disposition. I serve a great master, and his wishes are law." "An interesting desire, but you should know that I do not undertake simple orders and transactions. I am an artist, not a merchant. Therefore tell me," the Marilith moves forward, "tell me why the one you serve needs a dragon." "You're wasting my time, Shedskin, but so be it. Some people eat only intelligent, good creatures. Some of them value dragon meat most highly of all, especially when consumed over time. Dragons are tenacious creatures and can survive a long time, even as their limbs are cut off one by one." Fascinating. The Marilith's breath quickens. She makes a few gestures with her hands. Hey, silly lava. Did you hear what this unusual customer just requested? Yeah. Gonna eat me, are ya? I hope you choke on my little bones. There she is. Shut up, lava. Think about the future that awaits you, or rather that doesn't. As for you, my wonderful client, if this specimen suits you, let's discuss the terms. The Marilith lowers her voice to a whisper. Strain to hear. Success. You manage to make out a part of the conversation between Early Sunset and the Marilith. This is the location of my hideout. I will enchant the door to let you in. Once you're there, you will be able to inspect and sample the goods.
Good. I hope your warehouse is well guarded. I wouldn't want the dragon to escape or be freed.
Yeah, that's suspicious, especially as you know we're going to go free her. Like, after finishing the conversation, Early Sunset gives you a subtle nod. The voice of Early Sunset suddenly rings in your head. Nest, I have learned everything I need to know. The riddle was far too easy. Aivu was kidnapped by Ramishu's hunters to be sold. A typical story in Elysium, and many who come here as guests end up as slaves at the Fleshmarkets. Anyway, I know where she's being kept. The lair is here, in the middle city, and it isn't far. We need to go there. Knowledge Arcana check passed. I didn't know Azatas were capable of telepathy. Most Azatas do not have the ability, but what has not been given to you by nature you can gain with the help of magic. What agreement did you reach with Shedskin? We have agreed that I will go there to inspect the merchandise, and she will spell the doors of her secret hideout to let me in. I see. Well then let's go get Aivu. Of course. Meet me at the entrance to Shedskin's hideout. Where is it? Portal. Portal up, portal up. That's the Assassin's Guild. Is it the Grim Mansion? Is that it? That's the only other location I can see on the map, so let's go there. Does it say in our journal? Free Aivu. It will be necessary to go to Shedskin's hideout and either rescue Aivu by force or make a deal. Or do I have to talk to Early Sunset? Is that it? Is it a specific location? No, he's gone. Okay. I guess I did the buffs a bit too early. That's alright. Okay. Where's the entrance to the Grim Mansion? Is it around here? Yeah. Okay, this isn't it. Where is it then? Those are the Fleshmarket portals. That's the ASMR's house. We've been there. It's the Assassin's Guild. Yeah, we found that. Is it not going to give us better? It is in the middle city, not far from the Fleshmarkets. Okay, I guess we just look around then. Okay, is it over this way? Maybe around here? No.
I do things my way.
Come on, a more precise location would have been better.
Careful now.
Is it not far on this side of the bridge? Is it on a roof or something?
That's easy.
Am I being an idiot? Is it somewhere obvious? I just feel like it should be around here if it's going to be anywhere that's somewhere that's not far from the Fleshmarkets. Maybe down here? And this is where we snuck up. I don't think it should be around here. Oh, don't just make me run around poking at all the walls, game. I only have a limited time. Still got 5 minutes. The buffs.
Precisely.
Okay, oh. It's literally in the... It's in the Fleshmarkets. That's misleading that it says it's not far from the Fleshmarkets when it's actually in the Fleshmarkets.
Hold her tight. The mistress said this slave is more dangerous than the others.
Is there someone else that... Oh. It's a kitsune.
What luck!
Early Sunset nods contentedly.
We will return the escaped property to Shedskin and either get Aivu in return or demand a significant reduction in the price to buy her back.
No. We're not going to get him... Yeah, this is really suspicious. I have a counter-offer. Let me escape and go on my way. Hey, Chief, this bushy-tailed gal seems nice. And sharp, too. I've got a good feeling about her. We can't leave her to these guys, can we? The kitsune casts the tiefling a sidelong glance. Listen to this handsome, curly-haired man. Please don't sell me out. Woljif stands up straighter. Ah, Woljif. Yeah, we'll do the chaotic option here. I'm not going to do business with slavers at all. Let's release this fugitive and free Aivu, by force if necessary. I like you. I am charming minx. What's your plan? If I get out, I'll find you and treat you to something that will delight your senses. Early Sunset frowns but removes the enchantment.
Nest has come here from Galarian, from a city called Trezin. Perhaps we should help you escape the abyss.
No need. I have things to do here. Someone owes me a lot of money. So goodbye, for now at least. Yeah, it's Early Sunset's raising a lot of red flags. You shouldn't be willingly helping the slavers if he's an Azata. Okay, do we still have our buffs active? No. Okay, do a prayer. Oh, it stopped. That's alright, we'll do it at the start. Nest, you're finally here. I missed you so much. And you, evil demon, didn't believe me when I said my friends would save me. Oh, that reminds me. She set up an ambush. The familiar projection of Ramisha Shedskin appears next to Aivu's cell. How is it that my handsome buyer turned out to be a fake? He brought the owner of this dragon larva to my lair. Should I be surprised? The demon lets out a mocking laugh. Did I mention that I treat every act of the slave trade as a performance? This is my plan for this scene. The hero thinks she has foiled the villainess's plans and is about to free her pet, but she is ambushed and instead forced to compromise her principles. So which will it be? Will you try to fight my guards, or will you pay 100,000 gold coins and walk away humiliated? Yeah, we're definitely not paying you for this. You stole the dragon from me and now you're trying to sell it back to me? The demon laughs loudly. You are in the abyss, you foolish creature. The abyss. Do you understand? You'll wish you'd never met me, Shedskin. Okay, let's get started. Arusha, you have a quicken meta magic rod, don't you? Perfect. That means you can do sense vitals quickened. And yeah, just start shooting the ranged fighters. I don't know who used confusion on, but Darren used prayer. And then hang back. Nest, you can... Might as well go and attack the one that's closest, might we? Do you want to do a spell first? Do greater invisibility on Arushale. And then attack.
Stab their backs. I'll loot your
No, you
corpse.
can't. Okay. Oh, wait, you can.
Your death awaits.
You should be able to. That was a swift action.
Cover me.
Okay, whatever. Woljif, do a quickened haste, please.
Cover me, all right?
Kill with Gallu. Perfect. Ulrig, death from above. Just fly right over here. Perfect. Your guards are nothing, Ramissa. The guard has innovation. That's a little worrying. Okay, do the... Do you have your quicken? No, I didn't use all your quicken. Yeah, greater quicken. Do a greater quicken halt and try and on everybody. And then try the one-hit kill on just the archer. Perfect. Fenris, run up. This is a pitiful defense you're
Prepare yourself.
holding. That guard's frozen. Darren, you can move up and see how effective Hellfire is. Oh, Frightful Aspect is working. They're shaking. Nest, do Vampiric Touch attack. Amazing. And Warge, if you run up and attack this guard, it should be over. Ramisha the Slave Trader. Do you know why they call me Shedskin? Because I prefer not to appear in the flesh. All my enemies see is a projection, a shell, and attacking it will not kill me. Enjoy your victory, outsider. Everything will soon change. Are you really going to let this go? We rescued Aivu and she's safe. Shouldn't we make the slavers pay for what they did? Yeah, we have to do something. They grabbed me and hurt others, many, many others. They are bad. What do you want to do? Let's go to that nasty market and free all the slaves. Haha, wait, that's what a little kid would say. Let me say it another way. Aivu takes a deep breath, wrestling with her emotions. We can't defeat the entire abyss and change everything here forever, but if we retreat, the demons will keep doing whatever they want. We need to show everyone, including those poor slaves, that there is a way out and that these filthy demons can be defeated. I can only add that our dear Shedskin is not as cunning as she thinks. I tracked down the source of her projection. She is currently at the Fleshmarkets. If you go there now, you may catch her. Yeah, if we can free the slaves and help every single and help even a single person, that's what we're going to do. Good luck. I'll be nearby in case any powerful forces come to aid the slavers. Starting an uprising. Here we go. I mean, we're going to need to make sure we're well prepared for this, because it's going to be tough, I think. Just by nature of the fact that there are a ton of people there. Right, let's go into the... I made a formation that's kind of buff ready. So go into that position. Darren, do another burst of glory. So everyone can get it. Do divine weapon favor. Prayer you'll still have. Same with hay. Actually, Warjiff, just do an extended haste so we don't have to worry about it in the middle of the fight at all. Do protection from evil, communal as well.
Rules are made to be broken. Something wrong.
Do you still have your mirror image? No, you don't. Do mirror image. Nest, you still do. That's fine then. Tell you what, do displacement on yourself. On Warjiff. And Ulrich could do with some more. Oh, Aivu's got no buffs. Okay. Give Aivu buffs then. Yeah. Have some buffs going. Ember.
You're a good person.
Heroism.
I like you.
Oh, turn off your Quicken Rod. Okay. That should be good. Right, saving. I'm looking forward to this. No, swap these around. It's not the formation I want. Yeah, that's fine. Outside. Remisha the slave trader. The Fleshmarkets seethe with activity as swarms of demons pour into the area. Far behind them you see the silhouette of Remisha Shedskin. This time she is here in the flesh. Hey, outsider. You didn't think you could just leave, did you? The dragon was a decoy. My main target was you. You were my most anticipated product, my most prized creative effort, and I've already found buyers for you. Darren, honestly, I'd rather die here and now than let the demons put a collar on me. Darren shudders slightly, then stubbornly presses his lips into a thin line. Good, Azata. Oh, okay, we could sing the Song of Elysium, or we could do this speech. What does the speech say? I have something to say. You all here may have fought angels from heaven or other demons or ancient monsters, but you have never fought anyone like me. You never will again. It's time to put an end to the Fleshmarkets and all those involved in its activities. Or the chaotic option is to sing the Song of Elysium. Both of those are tempting actually. I like that speech quite a lot. But just singing the Song of Elysium sounds fun. One sec. Right. I think I'm gonna, as much as I do like the speech, I think I'm gonna sing the Song of Elysium here. Yay! Show 'em who's in charge here! This is the only mythic path in the whole game that actually lets you completely destroy the Fleshmarkets. On other ones you could still go around and kill all the slavers, but canonically it's not actually... I knew I shouldn't have come in person. A bunch of the demons have run away. It's nothing. I can get out of anything, and I'll escape this too. Yeah, but all the slavers turn on us. Whoa. Okay, Ember just got knocked prone. She's not dead. That's good. Okay, Warjiff, attack Zarzax. His AC is quite high. Nest, you can Maybe doing one of these songs would be good. We'll do it later. Do a pression attack and then do a force punch attack on Zarzax. Arushale, you're still invisible. You still have Sense Vitals on, right? Yeah. Okay, do Ranger's Bond. That would actually be quite useful for a longer fight. You can also shoot Zarzax. Ulbrig. Oh, I should have turned on his claws. Dinnock. He's coming over. Okay, Fenris, you've still got to move a bit, haven't you? Can you knock over these guards? Yeah, they are capable of going prone. Good. They're all terrified. Okay, Ember, stand up. Try an instant... Oh, no, try do quickened command halt. In guard. And then do Phantasmal Killer on the Zarzax's Interpreter. That work? Oh, it's immune. Did not work. Yeah, as I was saying, so the Azata Mythic Path is the only one where you can officially destroy the slave market. Even like, which I think there should be maybe just a general option to do that anyway. But I mean, even on like the Angel Path or other paths, you could just go around killing all the slavers individually, but it wouldn't actually stop the slave market, I don't think. Oh, all these gladiators are working with, they're helping the slaver. It's a shame. Did all the slaves run away? I thought afterwards you can take them to your camp. But I guess we just broke all their chains and they ran off. Dayron. You're entangled. Oh no, you're empowered by nature. That's fine then. You attack Zarzax. Oh, okay, your attack is still not really great for that. Aivu, your turn. Go for the guard as soon as you're next to it. Well done. Not sure what that does. Zarzax is tough, isn't he? Okay, would you try a full round attack? Okay, I might have to turn off Piranha Strike. Zarzax might be the toughest one here. Do a true strike attack on him.
Stab their backs.
Perfect. Usually, yeah, do a full round attack.
Guide my hand.
He's nearly dead. And stop knocking over our fighters. Turn on your claws, and you can do more attacks next round. I like that they're all shaking. Yeah, we're doing alright at the moment. Okay, Ember. Oh, you haven't got any more, you haven't got any more quickens. Try and finish Zarzak's with Hellfire Ray. Damn. Yep, guy's just shooting at us. The ability drain work? No. Okay, Darren, your attacks weren't very useful that time, so let's try something else. Do Hellfire Ray. Oh, I'm knocked over. Aivu. Perfect. Zarzax is dead. Pretty sure he's the toughest here by far. Warjeff, how are you doing stats wise? You haven't got any debuffs or anything, so that's fine.
Distract them from me.
Attack the card. Nest, you follow him. Do a force punch attack. Perfect. Rushle, you just shoot.
Disappear.
Oh, perfect. Great turn, Rushle. You killed 2. Ulbrich, do death from above on Dinnock the trader. Oh, perfect. Amazing. Oh, perfect turn. Fenris, you come over here. Knock over this guy. Ember, you can do a phantasmal killer. Try and kill this guy over here. Perfect. Just move over here a bit. Don't know what Horrid Will does. Got some diseases going around. We can heal those fairly easily though. Okay, Darren, I want you to do a Hellfire Ray on this slave trader. Cool. Raggy's coming over with his frog voice. All our characters are immune to energy drain, which is nice. Okay, who's next? And take that guy down with all
Time to share your treasures.
People over here. Nest, you run over and hit this guy too. Do the force punch attack. Perfect. Rushle, you should take shots at this guard. Oh, amazing. That was a good critical. Ulbrich, death from above. Cool. Everyone else come around here. Good trip. Things are getting a bit laggy again. Try and instant kill Raggy. He's dead. Oh, Whirlong Black Mask is here. Missed you.
I will see to your demise.
In that case, Aivu, you come and attack Whirlong Black Mask. I wonder what happens if you do if you wait too long to do Social's quest. Because Social's quest requires you to talk to him. Although it just tells you to go to the battle bliss, doesn't it? So maybe you can still find Social's brother if you just do the gladiator arena stuff. Or maybe it fails Social's quest, who knows? Right, Arushale needs some help.
Cover me, all
Come
right?
for the senior garble, yeah? You two nest, do let's try out Sirocco. Nah, actually, it's not. Learn to inadvertently hurt somebody. Usually you're gonna have to get, yeah.
Please help me.
Okay, we need to heal the Rouge there. Oh, amazing. Ulbrig, you death from above Whirlong Black Mask. Great. Oh, it's getting laggy. It's frustrating. Yeah, Fenris, you just keep running around knocking people over. Ember, who needs to be instant killed? Try instant killing the gladiator. Amazing. Darren, do heal mass on Arushale. And we've got this. Have we come here?
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
It's really juttering, isn't it? Sorry about that.
I'll loot your corpse.
Oh. Why is it lagging so much? Okay. Used to Arushale killed 2. Oh, nearly 3. Ulbrig, death from above this guy over here. He's annoying me. More people are coming into the fight. Krebus has summoned a bunch of demons, apparently. Okay, Ember. Can you instant kill Krebus? I don't know why, my instincts say he's immune.
Surrender or else.
Immunities. No, not immune to mind affecting. Give it a try. Just too tough for it, fair enough. More summoning. Okay, Darren. What can you do that's useful? You can move over here and give Arushale some cover for one. And try a fire snake, see how well that does. That did terribly. 2 damage each. That's not worth it. Okay, he's going over here too, Aivu. Orgy for Ness, you can come over here as well.
Distract
Go
them
for
for me.
Krebus.
Your death awaits.
damage is reduced. Perfect. Rochelet, shoot at Krebus. He's got a lot of health. Wow. Okay, Ulbrich, death from above. Come join us over here. Well, Cloud Kill's not good. It's a tough spell. Cool. Okay. Let's not do Phantasmal Killer actually, because that's not really been working. Do Hellfire Ray on the Demon Shadow route. Cloud Killer is going to start hurting us a bit. What do I want Darren to do? Oh, prayer's run out. Easy then. Do prayer. Aivu. Hit the brute. Oh, great. Grievous is dead.
Time to share your treasures.
Hit the demons, the summoned Soul Eater. Both of them, even. Oh, great. Kill both of them. Wow, this is lagging. Okay, Nest. Now's a good time for Sirocco to give that a go. See how effective that is. Not very effective at all, apparently. Okay.
Make your peace.
Come on, you can kill it. You can kill it. Oh, yes, you got one. I now wish I hadn't cast Sirocco because I can't actually go over here now. Because I'm pretty sure it affects my allies as well. This is going to be over soon. Who took Constitution damage? Was that Ember? Move over here, Ember. And then do Hellfire Ray. And this one. Darren, you also move over here. Get out of the fog. You too can do Hellfire Ray. I really should have done True Seeing. Didn't imagine there'd be this many concealment.
Cover me.
Great. And there's just like 2 more enemies left. Now let's turn off turn-based mode. That might make this lag a bit better. Nest, you can dismiss the Sirocco as well. We don't need it up anymore. Dismiss spell. Amazing. There we go. Slave markets have been trashed. So now we just talk to this one. Remissa. Have mercy! Remissa Shedskin makes no effort to defend herself. You got your dragon back. There's no need to kill me. Where did you even get the idea of stealing Aivu? Someone suggested it to me. A demon, an utterly unremarkable Vorilicii. I'm almost certain it was a deception, either an illusion or a transformation. I have an eye for such things, but I didn't care. He casually mentioned that a tempting outsider would be paying us a visit, and I fell for it. You need to seek your true enemy, not persecute a poor artist like me. Yeah, we're not letting you go. I'd rather get my hands dirty than leave scum like this alive. Your art form is disgusting. Early sunset appears out of nowhere, no longer disguised as a demon. He stares at the tree in the middle of the Fleshmarkets for a time. Quite impressive. I have something to discuss with you, Early Sunset. And what is that? You dropped hints for the slave traders about improving their security. Because of that, the situation turned against me. I communicated with them in a way that they would find believable. It was wise to show something like an interest in their fate. You did not seem to recognize the Song of Elysium that Arushale sang for you. I have never cared for music. Imagine that. Not all Azatas like music. You wanted to return the escaped slave to Shedskin. What kind of Azata does that? It was the most reasonable way to secure Aivu's safe return. Doesn't the desire to save an innocent, a friend, justify the harshness of the methods? I had the impression that you were not merely disguised as a demon, but that you were hiding something. That's enough. I can see this has gone too far. Well, acting was never my calling. What voice should I do for Mephistopheles? Now, I'm not going to do like a nasty demon voice. Plus my throat's tired. Let me introduce myself properly. Mephistopheles, archdevil of hell. By the light of heaven, an archdevil here in the abyss, and you've accompanied us for this whole time? Arushale turns pale. This is so much worse than I thought. And to what do I owe such an honor? I should explain myself. I tell you why I followed you, and what the mission of Early Sunset was. The emergence of a new figure with unknown powers could not fail to attract attention on a range of planes. Initially, I came to take a close look, find out the source of your abilities, and perhaps even help. The Demon Lord Baphomet dealt a grievous insult to Hell in the past, and supporting his enemies is certainly in my interests. But when I got to know you and your band of renegades, any benevolent plans and aspirations came to an end. I don't think you are capable of realizing how problematic the nature of your existence is. The mortal perspective is too narrow to understand events of universal significance. Demons are certainly enemies and a threat, but they exist within the established order and rules by which the universe operates. You do not. Even the most chaotic of gods are forced to obey the unspoken agreements that exist, and very rarely do they dare violate them. You do dare. You are immortal, with an ever-growing semi-divine power. You are a true mortal, and therefore no contracts or restrictions concerning divine essence apply to you. You can move across all planes, wield your power, destroy the designs and established order of millennia, and hell has no lawful means of stopping you. Therefore, in the grand scale of the universe, you are a much greater problem than Baphomet, Discari, and all the other demon lords combined. Ness, do we have to listen to him? It's so boring, I'm already falling asleep. Can't we just hit him on his horned head and send him packing? So you're going to solve the problem and finish me off? If the Abyss does it for me, I won't be upset. I think this is a... We can... there is an option to kind of lead into becoming a devil as a mythic path, but we're definitely not going to do that. The good option, don't expect me to bow down before the forces of hell. We'll do the chaotic one, especially as that'll be the most repellent to devils, because they're very lawfully aligned. Please, get in line behind the demons who've invaded my world. When I finish with them, I'll turn my attention to you. Such foolish bravado, the devil sneers. I should teach you a lesson. But that is all to come. I do not wish to linger any longer in the realm of Nocticula, that lover of backstabbing and pathological drive to kill powerful beings. If you happen to survive, we'll meet again. If not, the problem will have solved itself. There you go. So Early Sunset was actually a devil the whole time.
Always watch your back.
I think it's growing all the plants that affects the frame rate. Obsidian Mask of the Champion. Wurlong Black Mask. Wurlong's lifeless body lies at your feet. A bloody mist rises from his wounds. It is impossible to survive such wounds, yet you hear a voice coming from beneath the obsidian mask. Didn't I tell you I am immortal? You've killed this body, but I am still here, right in front of you. The mask grins and winks at you. Are you a mask? A living mask? So it was you I've been talking to this whole time? I am the first champion of the Battle Bliss, the great warrior and necromancer Wurlong. No one could say how many victories I've won, because they stopped keeping count. I was belligerent and bloodthirsty, and my gifts impressed Death herself. So when my luck turned away from me and my life was bleeding out in the arena, Death gave me a gift. She placed my spirit in this mask. So, under different names, I have claimed the champion's title again and again. Is this your body? Of course not. My mortal remains have long since turned to dust and black sludge. This body once belonged to one of my followers. A couple of decades ago, the gladiator wearing my mask perished, and I took his body. My magic has kept the flesh in good condition all these years. Sadly, you've destroyed this body beyond repair, and now I must find a new vessel. Oh well, there's loads of options for different mythic paths. I don't think we want this mask, though. I'm sure we could take it, but punch the mask as hard as you can. Your punch leaves a smooth surface on the mask unscratched. Foolish! Do you really think you are stronger than Death? She protects me and you cannot overpower her. Take the mask off. The black stone clings to Wurlong's flesh as if they were one. It is impossible to tear the mask off his face. Okay, we'll just step away from the corpse then. A malevolent chuckle comes from under the mask. Guess there's just nothing we can do about that. Let's talk to these. Oh yeah, so all the ones we talk to we can free. Nice. We'll even free the demons. It looks like some of them were just freed anyway. The ASMRs no longer look broken. Hope has brought the pale glow of heavenly fire in their eyes. One of the women clutches a hairpin that by some miracle went unnoticed by the guards, resembling a gleaming stiletto. It ends in a rather vicious-looking point. With their expressions alone, the slaves send a clear message. Don't dare come near us, we're ready to defend ourselves. Help us, kind lady. We know you are no stranger to compassion and mercy. Your aura warms our hearts like the sun of our beloved Galarian. What is this aura you sense? We don't know, we just sense it. We are no sorceresses. We are guided by our senses alone. But as soon as you appeared, we were touched by bright, clean energies, and we knew you for a friend. We heard that something like this, a horrible demon... We heard about something like this. A horrible demon, our master called him the Echo, wanted to buy us and use us to find a stranger from Galarian, a stranger who is surrounded by a benevolent light wherever she goes. They failed to agree on a price, so the terrible demon left, spitting curses. What a relief. He was worse than anyone else we've seen here. Perhaps these poor wretched souls sensed my presence. The blood of heaven runs through their veins and our kinship reveals itself. But what dire news they bring. The echo of Discari, an avatar of our sworn enemy, does not cease his attempts to get to me. Explain how to get to the Nexus. Go to my camp, it's safe there. The ASMR women look at you, their expressions piercing. You see a mixture of gratitude and awe in their eyes. Thank you, stranger. We did not expect any help in this terrible place. We will not forget it. You did a noble thing when you did not abandon the weak in their hour of need. You have my deepest respects. We'll free the rest of Durak's slaves. Huddled together and wiping the demonic blood off their faces and clothes, the slaves stare at you in terror. Did you kill Daddy Dinnock? You won't hurt us, will you? Take us to your palace. We'll obey you. We'll serve you very well. Ember smiles sweetly at the slaves, and they respond with trusting, vacant smiles of their own. Don't worry. We will take you to a truly good place. It doesn't look like any place you're used to. At first you'll feel uncomfortable, but you'll grow to love it. Explain how to get to the Nexus. You are free. I'm going to get you out of the abyss and take you somewhere normal. The slaves exchanged confused glances. Save us? But why would you save us? We're very happy here. Perhaps we should return to your camp first, and then we can have some fun. You'll like it so much you'll never want to leave the abyss. These poor souls, raised by demons like cattle for the slaughter. You have broken their golden chains. At first they will hate the harsh world that you have delivered them into, but only because they are so naive. I, however, celebrate your compassion. I wonder if it's a bug that those two ASMRs were standing there. Because we already freed them and told them to go to the Nexus, I think. The slaves stand huddled in a tight circle, knives picked up from the ground glint in the hands of some. It is almost as if the scent of demon blood has imbued their exhausted bodies with new strength. They are clearly no longer willing to simply watch their lives be bargained away. One of them, a young man with an injured leg, flashes a bloodthirsty grin at you. So what's next, Mom? Should we run? Or should we face death here? We won't go back in a cage. We've had enough of this demon filth. Explain how to get to the Nexus. You can take refuge at my camp. Iomedae bless you. Thank you for standing up for us. We'll never forget your kindness. The ragged slaves huddled in a tight group and hurry towards the exit. They are frightened and tired, but you can see a glimmer of hope and defiance in their eyes. You did as every true Galorian should by saving the people from your homeworld from slavery. Thanks to people like you, my heart holds no doubt that we will emerge victorious from this struggle. Are you going to comment every time we free someone? See, now these ones are slightly different. Krebus explained that they were... essentially they're not really humans anymore. They've been completely filled by evil magic. A fungus carves passages into depths, searching for blood. Blood shines like the stars. The fungus wants to shine too. Many hungry stars come together, then a little shard of empty nothingness devoured them and became a star itself, a gaping glowing maw, and its hunger was immense. Okay, I guess we can't free these ones. But I don't want to send them to our camp. I feel like it wouldn't do well. Freed the air mephit. Do we follow it or something? just freed it. But right, I think with that, I'm going to call it, seeing as we got quite a lot done on this one, actually. We did Greybor's quest, and then we did the Azata-specific quest line. Although, actually, we do need to go to the... we need to see Velexia at the Harem of Ardent Dreams. That's what it's called. Yeah. So we'll go and do that. Or we'll at least go and get ready to do that. Oh wow, this is really, really struggling at the moment. Hey, that's my escaped slave over there. Or maybe it's not. Who cares? Grab her, I could use a new thrall either way. You're an idiot, mate. You really picked the wrong fight. I was over in seconds. You're very dumb. It'd be cool if we could free just the kind of slaves that we see around as well, rather than leave them all. Okay, what time is it? Okay, yeah, I've been going for quite a while. So next time we'll do we'll continue our Velexia quest line. But yeah, for now I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to follow this series, you can subscribe. I'll be posting daily, and leave a like or a comment if you're feeling generous. Yep. See you soon. Bye.